Hi there, students. Footloose and fancy free. Okay, this means unattached. That you don't have a partner. You're not in a relationship. You're free of responsibilities, including romantic commitments. So, now that I have a family and a mortgage, I miss my footloose and fancy free days when I was a student. Students, yeah, sure, they want to have a family and kids someday, but when they're young, that's the time to be footloose and fancy free. So he loves being a single young man, and he intends to remain footloose and fancy free for a long time. Okay, so you're able to do whatever you want. You don't have responsibilities. If you want to suddenly go off to Bogota, then you go. You're able to do what you want. Now, the origin of this, the foot, is the bottom of the sail, and the sail that is footloose is a sail which is free to move whichever way the wind blows. And therefore, if you're footloose and fancy free, you can follow any desire, anything you want. Go in any direction you want. Go where you want. So you're able to do as you please. You're not limited by social ties or social responsibilities. Yeah, so you don't have responsibilities like a family or a relationship or things like that. So maybe the pub is full of middle-aged men remembering or complaining that they've lost their status as footloose and fancy free. So unattached, single, unmarried, eligible, as free as the wind. Yeah, you're able to do whatever you want. Yeah, you go in whichever direction you want. Yeah, so you don't have responsibilities, you don't have a relationship, you're not married, you have very few commitments. Yeah, so she's footloose and fancy free because she split up with her boyfriend last month. And okay, so footloose and fancy free, you're not in a long-term relationship. You have very few responsibilities. Now that he's divorced, he is footloose and fancy free again. He can go to parties and pubs on his own, come and go as he pleases. Footloose and fancy free. You're able to go wherever you want, do whatever you want. This is it's talking about freedom to choose. You don't have to answer to anybody. Okay, so somebody who has no attachments. When I was in my 20s, I was footloose and fancy free, and I would travel wherever I wanted to go. Yeah, you're that you have the opportunity to do as you please. Yeah, as long as you're a student, you're going to be footloose and fancy free. You're going to be able to go where you want, do what you want, make your own choices. You're not tied down by the things that older people are responsible for. Yeah, so footloose and fancy free of heavy responsibilities, free of messy ties, free to move or travel as you please, free to act and do what you want. Okay, so I guess if you're still living at home, then you're not footloose and fancy free. But when you go off and live on your own, you answer to yourself. That's footloose and fancy free. Formality. I think I'm going to give it a 4 in formality. Use informally, that's probably best. Semi-formal conversation, yes. Semi-formal writing, but no more. So, footloose and fancy free.